Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about this medical issue I have called Chiari. Now Chiari, if I can remember correctly, is when your brain is like about bigger than your skull pretty much. But you know the brain is inside your skull, so it's kind of like your brain is getting squished into your skull. And that's something I have practically all my life. Uh Now I kind of mentioned this in my last live stream where I just like hung out with you guys while I was cooking ramen noodles. Which was like last week. But for like the past year I was debating whether or not I would and should make a video of this, and I feel like now would be the right time to say this. Cause without kind of getting into more of like the side effects of Chiari later. But I feel like since a lot of people with medical issues, because I can say from experience myself, can feel like some people feel, with medical issues feels like outsiders. Because not everybody has medical issues, but at least some of the people that has medical issues. I can't speak for all, but some people with medical issues feels like they're outsiders because they don't really see that many people with some sort of disorder per se. And even if they do, it's not like point blank obvious. Like you might see me now, and you might assume that I might not have any medical disorders or whatever. But and you can't even say that Chiari is not much of a medical disorder, and that's fine. But I count it as one, and am the point of this video, before I continue, is for those of you who feels like a freak or whatever. I don't want you guys to feel like you guys are freaks because you have some sort of disorder. Because you guys are not. You're just going through your own battles. Everybody goes through their own battles, and that makes you more of a badass because you're going through something that nobody else is going through. So I just want you guys to know, if you guys are feeling like you're an outcast or a freak or nobody because some sort of disorder you guys have, don't. I don't want you guys to feel like that because you guys aren't. That actually makes you special. More of a badass, in my opinion. Now, uh, there's some side effects. I didn't list all of them, cause I kind of wrote it down so I won't forget. It can affect like, there's muscular, sensory, visual, and then there are others. The muscular, it can cause, like, weakness in your muscles, or coordination issues, which I honestly have inherited the coordination issues from Chiari. Now, my mother, for like the past 10 years, put me into karate, which helped my coordination problems. So, in that aspect, the coordination issues can kind of be cured, like physical stuff. Karate is like one good place for you to do that, because you're not only learning new moves, but in karate you're also practicing balance. And I don't mean internal, even though you are kind of practicing internal balance, but physical balance as well. And that can be kind of like self-cure for the coordination issues that you may or may not inherit from Chiari, the muscular sense of at least. For sensory, is like uncomfortable tingling and burning. I do have that sometimes. Even back before I took medicine to control my seizures, which I will get into shortly. Well, Because before, like, I'll get into more depth in terms of my seizures later. But, actually, let's move on so I can talk more about seizures. Makes more sense. Visual. It also affects, like, your visual. Like, blurred vision, which it really... I do have some blurred vision sometimes, but it's only in my left eye. And double vision, which... I don't really get double vision personally, I just get blurred vision, but, you know, different side effects for different people. That's Chiari. And then others are having a hard time swallowing, which it's not a bad case for me, but I do have times where I have more difficulty swallowing than other times. But it's not really bad per se in terms of I don't need like a mechanical help per se to help me swallow. Just there are times when I have more difficult times swallowing than do other times. Headaches. When I was younger, I used to get a lot of headaches. As I grew older, not really. But when I was younger, yeah, got a lot of headaches. Vertigo. For those of you who doesn't know what vertigo means, it just means you feel dizzy. Now, at times I do. Like, but it's like rare. And but 90% of the time, when I do feel dizzy, it's actually from karate. Like, from our warm-ups, because, like, we have warm-ups before we do class. And part of our warm-ups is we have to do front shoulder rolls and then back shoulder rolls. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, sorry. My cat was getting into something that he knows he's not supposed to get into. But, pretty much, yeah, with the vertigo part for me, most of the time it's actually from doing the front rows and back rows, so that doesn't really have anything to do with Chiari in that sense. But in terms of Chiari, I do get vertigo every once in a while. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, before I read the last part in the others category, when I was saying coordination issues, there might be sometimes when I'm just standing and I kind of lose my balance out of nowhere a bit, but I'm able to catch myself. That's from Chiari, unfortunately. But ringing in ears, I do get that sometimes. My mom says, "Oh, guess you have your volume, your when you have headphones too loud." Bull, like, I'm not gonna say bullcrap. That might be part. I'm gonna say that might be part of the reason, but the other part is Chiari. It's me having Chiari. That's the other part. If assuming that she's partially right about me having the volume of my ears, the volume of my microphone or headsets too loud. Which, to be honest, I love her, but she's only assuming and having it too loud. Bless her. That's just her. I'm not gonna try to bash my mom on video. And then Chiari can cause seizures. It's not common, but Chiari can cause seizures. And unfortunately, I'm one of those people that has seizures. Now it could be nothing. It could have nothing to do with Chiari. Apparently, my first seizure is when I got vaccinated. Like, that medicine that they take, that they have babies take when you were, first born, newborns. And that triggered my seizures. Now, it could be only from that shot that triggered it, or it could be from my Chiari, or it could be both. The seizures could have been caused by me having Chiari, and then the shot just triggered those seizures sooner than later, which in a sense I am happy that it did. Now, when I was a baby, or toddler or whatever. When I was really young, according to my parents, which I honestly don't remember, my seizures were like one of those seizures that I would shake or get stiff. Now, when I before I took my medicine, which this is my medicine, this is the container my medicine's in. I kind of felt like a robot per se, trying to like it felt like somebody was trying. In a sense, it was kind of like a video game. You know how video game you control your characters by the controllers? I feel like a video game player. Like I feel like a character from a video game trying to resist the person who was controlling me. Cause I don't have seizures that will shake my entire body and foam comes out. Thankfully, it's just my body kind of like does some stuff that I don't really command it to do. Like right now, I'm commanding my hands to wave, but when I do have seizures, before which I haven't had one in a few years because of the medicine I've been taking, my hand would be going in a direction I'm not controlling. Pretty much, my hand will be moving on its own without me really ordering it to. Pretty much, my entire body was kind of moving, like twitching. It was twitching, and I was trying to do my best to resist it, to control it. That's the part where I was referring to is, I feel like a video game character resisting the person who was controlling the character. That makes sense. Now, the tingling slash burning sense I mentioned earlier. I don't really get burning, but I do get tingling. But it's really like the tingling is like a warning for me to like before I get a seizure. It's like a warning before I get a seizure. It's like my body saying, "Hey, Philippe, you're gonna have a seizure. Just warning you." And apparently that's like aura. Like me feeling I'm gonna have a seizure before I'm actually gonna have a seizure. It was just a nice function. Really nice function. Now, I still get that feeling when I still get that feeling today. But with my medicine, it kind of feels like a wave. Like overpowering the tingling. So, in a sense, you can say I can kind of feel when the seizure's gonna come on, but the medicine's like slaps the seizure in the face saying, "No, no, no, you're not gonna do this." And there are other symptoms of Chiari that I did not mention in this video, kind of on purpose. So you guys, if you're wondering what Chiari is, you guys can go do your own research. The symptoms, only a few of the symptoms. There are more, and I chose not to really uh say them because, like I said, I figured it'd be better if you guys do your own research. But yeah, it took me a while because one, I wasn't exactly ready to make this public, and two, I understand that if you have like a medical disorder, it it can make you feel like an outsider, an outcast, or a freak. And thankfully, I got medicine to control my seizures, but I I'm hoping, if anything, you guys take out of this, especially those who have like medical disorders. Don't really let those type of things get to you because you're not a freak, you're not a loser, or whatever. You're like whatever thoughts that comes into your mind that is bringing you down because you have a medical disorder. You're not those type of things. In my opinion, that makes you more of a badass. That makes you more unique. You're fighting a battle that no one else is fighting. So you become stronger than anyone else is practically. And actually, I just realized I'm wearing the shirt saying the apprentices have no fear to the and then the gorilla gator. Uh, an alligator attached to a gorilla's body, which pretty much means you shouldn't let fear control you, which is true. And in life, people, no matter if you have disorders or not, you're gonna have some issues that you need to overcome. This is a perfect example that you shouldn't let fear get in the way. And yeah, there was part of me that was scared to make this video, which is why it took me so long to make this video. But like I said, I just wanted this video. I wanted to make this video to let you, to let people know, hey, I'm handling my own issues as well. I have my own medical issues, and I mean, there is part of me that is still struggling with self-esteem issues because of Kiari, but I'm doing my best to overcome that. So, like I said, as a person that has a medical disorder per se, with having seizures and Kiari, I know the struggle of trying to overcome your self-esteem. And it's sad, and to see people like that who has self-esteem issues, especially if they have in general, but I'm really focusing on self-esteem issues because of their disorder. And in a sense, it does hurt because nobody should be going through this, and but yeah, I just want you don't be afraid. Don't even if people if people bullies you because you're different in any sort of way, don't let them you know bring you down because they're if people bullies you because you're different, they're losers. Trust me. But yeah, I felt like this would be the right time to make this video. I did mention this, I briefly mentioned this in my last live stream. Like I said, I think I called it Let's Chill. It was just me pretty much doing this but in a live stream. Me just randomly talking but in a live stream. And I did briefly mention I have seizures. I don't remember if I briefly mentioned I have Kiari, but I figured now would be the right time to be open with this for me. So, yeah, thank you guys for joining this, viewing this video. I hope you guys found this somewhat educational and, enjoy this video. And I will see you guys later, which I also need to work on the C2E2 slideshow. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later, so. Yeah. Love you guys. And hopefully see you guys soon.